Good evening and welcome into the stream. I hope everybody's alright tonight. I always say that, don't I? Why did I cut that early? I don't know. I didn't load up the chat. I forgot all about it. One time I'll do this right. One time. Right, okay, so while that chat loads up, I'm gonna start moving on. Now, I did a couple of jumps this afternoon without my co-pilot. So he's catching up, but he's actually got a shorter route because he's going to be using neutrons to catch up. Lucky for him. So we'll see how it goes. So where is Bob? I have to send a quick message to Bob. So I'm going to immediately get underway, otherwise Brian's going to arrive way ahead of me. And I don't mind it. But I don't want him to be waiting around too long, because he was waiting around for a long time last night. So why am I not doing anything right today? I am doing everything right. I'm just right, so just while I stop here a second, I just need to post the stream in my Discord. Okay, so do it there. There and okie doke. So I'm gonna have to be a bit careful on this one, but I did jump a few of these today, so I'm kind of getting a bit more used to get myself level. It's funny, Brian was talking about me getting thrown out last night, and the first one I travelled through today I got thrown out of. I've just been thrown out of this one as well. Hopefully I can go back in it. There we go. Oh yeah, you can take your time a little bit, Brian, because I've got a few more jumps than you. So I put a ticket in with Frontier today, and they did get back to me. And they kind of said, thank you for your message, and we wouldn't normally refund these situations, but we have. Well, they actually, it's a strange one, they actually said they'd given me my data back. Oh, no wonder. What an idiot. Where is he? I'm pressing the button and talking to you and not getting a reply. I was just explaining about Frontier did contact me back. They've they've refunded the ship, and they said they'd given me my data back.
Well, that's a bonus.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they gave me the data back, but...
Wait, so you've sold? Did you sell it all at Edmundston then?
I didn't sell it, no, because I only got the message about a half hour ago. Bloody hell, I think you're already level with me.
I've not even done a neutron yet.
But, well, your side... Oh, okay, yeah, because you're at the side of me. Okay, that's why. I'm a little bit higher than you, I think. Yeah, but I don't know how they give the data back, Athena. That's the thing. I mean, it's nice. I'm glad. I'm glad they're giving it back. Oh, who's that? Sorry, sometimes a bit slow. Hey, Joe Blow, thanks for the subscription. Didn't you subscribe yesterday? But the thing is, I'm going to quote Kathina. This is the message I got, because it was a bit strange. He said, "Hey Michael, thanks for getting in touch regarding the loss of your ship and exploration data. It always sucks when you seem to die with nothing you can do. I sympathise, and I've had it happen to me more than once. Normally we're unable to compensate deaths like this, but as this is the first request you've made of this nature, I'm happy to help. As a gesture of goodwill, when you next log in, you should see that your credits will be returned to you alongside your exploration data. I hope that helps. Commander Zenith." So, I don't even think they watched my video. I think they've just looked in my log and gone, yeah, alright, you can have it back. Which, I was a bit... I haven't replied to it yet.
I would like to suggest you don't make the same mistake again, because they won't refund it again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've changed the setup of the ship and stuff now, so it shouldn't ever have that situation again. But as I wasn't in control of that situation, I don't understand why he says they wouldn't refund it. Well, I'm assuming, Joe, is that I assume that they don't actually realise why it happened. So I'm not knocking it, Kathina. I'm just like, it's a bit strange that... Because if it did happen again, I would expect the same. By the looks of it, Joe, if you didn't get the explanation last night, I think what happened is I was running my power plant over maximum capacity, but
What you should do is you should take like a 2-minute cut out of your stream when it happened and send that to them as not evidence, but just to show them what happened.
I did. I actually time-stamped it in the YouTube video and sent them the direct link with the timestamp, so it literally, as soon as they clicked on it, it would show 5 seconds before the event and then the event itself. So it was a bit strange that they said they were doing it as a gesture of goodwill. So kind of basically, Joe, is that I had an overpowered power plant, but I was managing the power.
Yeah, but them saying gesture of goodwill basically means learn from your mistake, don't do it again. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So but I was dealing with it. It just, I didn't expect it to take off, and I certainly didn't expect it to take off underpowered or whatever happened. And how it happened, I think it was totally out of my control. No, you wouldn't think, would you, Kathina? But, you know, if I've got my data back, I'm happy, because I really... The money's not the big part of it. The data sometimes is the big part of it, you know? Welcome in, Darren. How are you doing? No photos tonight, people, I promise. Right, so oh, I wanted to explain, you know, I was ill the other night and I wasn't quite sure why.
Yeah.
It turns out it was the whiskey. Not that I'm a lightweight or anything. It wasn't until I looked at the bottle today. It's cask strength. I thought I was drinking your average Joe stuff. No, I mean I know my whiskies, but it was one that I'd never seen before. The brand I know and the brand I really like, but the actual bottle itself I'd never seen before, and the price of it I was really surprised. I mean, I must admit, when I was drinking it, I was like, "Whoa, it's got a strong taste, this." But I like whiskies like that.
So you basically just had the hangover for hell.
Yeah, because I'd been quaffing. Yeah, because I'd been quaffing it like regular stuff. Yeah, basically, Kathina, but I've been quaffing it like a 32% one, you know? So I always thought it was hilarious that at least, you know, at least I know I can handle my whiskey these days. Fucking hilarious, but the thing is, when I was ill the next day, it wasn't. Yeah, so the next day though, when I was ill, it wasn't. It didn't feel like a hangover illness. That was what was really strange about it. Oh, you know, Brian was talking me out of that, Kathina. Oh, this is a. Oh, I didn't see that. It's a blooming binary. I can push it out. I might actually do a 12-hour stream on Sunday, Kathina. I'm gonna take a day off tomorrow. And then I think I'd do Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays normally. Hey Bob, how's it going? Okay, so yeah, I got my money back, Bob, and they actually returned my data as well. But they said they were doing it as a gesture of goodwill. So if it happens again, I'm stuck. Which is nice. It's nice for them to give it back, but I'd still. I know I won't come across that problem again, and I dismiss my ship now as well. I actually landed on a planet earlier with a really nice mountain range, so I'll post those pictures in Discord. It had a ton of materials on it as well. Not good materials, but a ton of them. Oh, they do? Well, they said something about it being my first time or something like that, so... I'm trying to bloody cruise to the next sun. So yeah, I got the data back, which is really nice. I was just saying earlier that it's more in this day and age that when you lose data, that's worse than the money. I didn't, Dave. What was going on in that? I might have actually. Was it one he posted last night? I might have. Wow. It's an F star, so this is going to be close, this one. 607. I think this is going to get pushed out, so I don't think this one's going to be terraformable. I think these three will be. Are we in unmarked space here as well? I wasn't paying attention there. I must have, Bob, because I couldn't have the SRV on. The whole trade-off was that the Guardian booster has to go off, and in order for the SRV to go on. Otherwise it would have been overloaded and everything would have shut down. But maybe I did make a mistake on it. I don't know. But I can't see where else I would have got the power from. Because I knew when I set off that would be where the trade-off was. Ah, okay. Then it's just me. So what did I turn off instead then? I mean, now I've got it set to secondary. Yeah, so when it takes off, it should only take off with its thrusters and stuff like that, and then some other things I've set to...
life support.
See, life... Oh, no way. Really? No, I can't have, because I'd have seen the ticker then.
Well, what else could have killed your ship?
Well... don't know. Well, but life support wouldn't have killed the ship either, would it? Oh. Oh yeah, I made a video about that as well yesterday, Dave. Not as good as Mr. Ant's videos, but I don't mind. We talked quite at length about it last night, because I don't mind the idea. The biggest contention that it seems people have is that if everything's going to be hidden, then how will you know if somebody else has got that? Welcome in, Mo. By the way, just got your name earlier. Only took me 12 hours. I was looking through stuff, and on this on this phone that I use, it's so small. The names, I just generally take the first part or whatever. But when I was running through events from the last 24 hours, I was like, Moronic. Ah, okay. Should have got it a bit faster than that, to be honest. So anyway, well, I got it all back, which is nice, and that situation shouldn't be happening again. Now I don't know why that one isn't terraformable. I bloody hope this one is, because there's two of them, and I'm hoping that it's pushed that out by what, 200 light seconds. If it's a binary, not even 200, it's 110. Binary star should have pushed it out a bit. Let's just stay fingers crossed, shall we? It is only day 4, yep. I am trying to clean up the markers a little bit. There is a few places that we visited that I didn't realise when I was first plotting it. They're more true to life astronomy interests, but in the game those interests aren't really represented, so I've kind of given some of those places a miss unless the system itself kind of has something interesting in it. But having said that, I've only cleaned up the immediate area at the moment because it's a bloody pain in the backside to do. So that water world isn't terraformable. I'm going to go do this one because it's what, 544 light seconds for 200,000. So, and if it's a first find, it might bump it up. So, where are you from, Mo, by the way? I don't think I asked yesterday. Yeah. Or maybe they were just laughing at my video and going, yeah, we'll give you your money back, you muppet. I wouldn't worry about it, Dave. Honestly, I genuinely do believe that the new system, once we get used to it, I think it's going to take us a couple of days to get used to it, but I think that once you get used to it, you won't look back. The only thing I have a problem with is, what I think is, when you drop in system, if a planet's already been tagged by, for example, me, that planet should immediately show up in the scanner as already registered and known. Hopefully they can make that change, because that is going to make some cartographers really unhappy if that isn't the case. Ah, shut up, Bob. That's how we do it in the stream. We also try and cruise towards the next star, which is really silly. 13 viewers, we're not doing too bad for, what, 20 minutes into the stream? Welcome in, everybody. If it's your first time, come say hello in the chat, that's what it's there for. Please hit that like button as well. Do send like a few more people across here. Don't hit the dislike button, Brian.
Why not?
Because I asked nicely.
I've already hit the like button, so...
I remember when Down to Earth Astronomy dropped into a binary star like this, and I told him to motorboat it. He got a little bit red in the cheeks, more than usual. That's how I would do it, Kathina. Like Dr. Strangelove, with my cowboy cap. Let's see what we've got here. I'd like to take Bob to the mountains with me one day, actually. Can imagine him going up the hill with a pull-out bed. Kettle. Electric. Hey Marshall, how's it going? I'm doing it again, Peter. I'm trying to cruise to the next star. Please remind me if you see me doing that.
Solar-powered kettle.
I need to talk like Bob. When I did my first long-range mountain walk, I almost took the kitchen sink. I'd never go that prepared again. see what we've got here. Oh, that looks so...
Oh, this neutron's a bit angry.
You probably have, Bob, in general. Have you been up any big ones? Just before I left England, I did the 24-hour three-peak challenge. Nevis, Snowdonia and Scarfell. But the stuff here is... the stuff here is a bit harder. The one I did on Sunday, this last Sunday, was really hard because it was altitude-wise, it was a little bit higher than I'm used to. And I'm not walking, I hadn't been walking like mountains for weeks. Well then you can answer the question, Bob. Did you take a pull-out bed with you? No, Kathina, I actually don't understand why people... I have a conversation with my housemate quite a lot where we talk about... I don't understand why people climb Everest. I really don't. It's just one of those ones where I'm like, nope, 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 don't even bother. I think, especially because of how much of a tourist spot it is now. Yeah, no, it was you. Yeah, I mean the first people, maybe, yeah. But after that, I think it's... I was watching one about K2 as well. I think the biggest thing about those mountains that I don't like is that you can't trust the other people climbing a lot of the time, especially if you're part of a group, because a lot of them seem to get... I don't mean the group you're in, I just mean as the group in general, because it's not just your walking group, there's normally a few more, and some of them get summit fever, and they just really don't give a damn about anybody else around them. Which is really sad when you see some of the documentaries. I was watching one about K2 the other day, it was sickening. Were you in the SAS, Bob? I was just saying earlier, Bob, it's not about the money, it's about the discovery. Yeah, I'd probably turn it off halfway up more.
I'm sending you a picture in Discord.
Which picture from last Sunday?
No, it's something I've just found.
Ah, right, okay,
The
okay.
sun is.
Sorry, I thought you were on about something else. I'm just going to slow down for this planet and then I'll have a quick look. No, not... Well, yeah. You wouldn't have to say it in stream, Bob. You can always tell me in Discord. I met somebody who was ex-SAS a few years ago on a mountain trail. Okay, let's have a look at what Brian sent me. Oh, that's a good one. You should stick that in the screenshot section, Brian. That does look pretty active.
Yeah, but look how close the sun is. I mean, you can't really tell for that, but...
Ah, is it right next to it, like a binary?
I was going to fuel scoop it, and then I went, no, I'm not going to do that.
I could have fuel scoped one side. Are you just looking for an opportunity to kill me, Bob? Is that what you're saying? Won't be the first, wouldn't be the last. Ah, now. That's not within Marshall's numbers. Did you see my message in Discord, Marshall? I found, I think it was the first system I jumped into. I found a terraformable rock body based on your feedback. The G was it the G? I think the G was actually lower. No, higher or lower, one or the other. But based exactly on the information you gave me, first place I dropped in, I found one, which was really nice. So thanks for that. Thanks for that information. Did you said 3,500, wasn't it? Because I've missed it now. And was it 3.6 G? My memory's atrocious. Okay, Bob, catch you in a bit. Am I gonna go flying past this? Can't quite tell yet. Yes, we are. Alright, don't worry, people. I'm not gonna smash into it. Just dip down slightly. We get it? We got it. Nice one. And that's how you scan a planet. I wasn't terraformable. I hate this game. Oh, 2,403.5 G, okay. I was only 1,000 out. 2.4. Well, I know where the 3.5 came from. The high speed scan, unfortunately, doesn't pay anymore. It should pay extra. Bloody hell, wrong button. Oh, this might be a nice system for the G-Star. Yep. Yep, this should be alright, this one. This should be a nice system, but I think you can eco jump those last few ones, Brian, because I'm not moving very fast at the moment. I've got a few nice systems.
It's a shame you didn't say that 5 minutes ago.
Oh, have you arrived there? Just jump. Just jump back to that other neutron star and then
Kill myself and go back to Hillary.
no, just jump back to that last one, then eco jump your way. Loads of unexplored space out of here. Is this music alright for you, Kathina? Is it alright for everybody? Can you hear it? Oh, I am gonna have to actually. What I might do is I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit, people, because I don't want to be people just sat the usual watching me in stream just doing my thing. I do want to actually get to destination, so what I might do is I might fast jump it unless I come across water worlds. I could do a bit of air guitar for you, Kathina. I did win a competition once. The shop got a bit miffed when I tried to return it afterwards. Yeah, I think I'll go do this water world and then we'll only stop for the water world.
Keep an eye on your FSD percentage.
Well, I fixed it when I went back to Adminson Terminal.
Yeah, but see, just that stint of neutrons, that taken me down 10%, so...
Mine's at 5% down at the moment. I think, is it 76 where it starts acting up?
No, it can start acting up in 80% sometimes.
Oh, this one's a long distance one, that's always good. That is always good when it starts scanning from long distance. So terraformable. This one drops in. Now I normally sit here and say, you know, that's what, 495. I say like that's 1,000,001, but actually if they're first discoveries, you probably get about 300 more for that and 200 more for each one, so it can be really profitable. Yep, terraformable. That's the good stuff. I'm glad you're enjoying it more, because God knows when the hell this thing's going to bloody end. 4 days and we've only gone a little bit of distance. Although we haven't been... Yesterday was actually a bit of a cheat because it was in 2 parts. Music hasn't stopped, has it?
Well, we have been eco-jumping for 2 days.
Most of the eco-jumping was off-stream though, to be fair. Oh, we're not, Joe. This could take a long time, and I'm serious. That's why I called it the Great Expedition, and it's why I kind of set it to go to the core first, so that if Brian decides that, you know what, I've had enough of this, or anybody ever wants to join, they can catch up. So it's kind of like it's giving people the option of sticking around or going, because it's not always easy doing stuff like this. No, but would you like to watch Thargoids killing me, Kathina? I think that's more the question. And that was the thing, I wanted to do a journey without having to be in a rush to get there and back, and kind of making it a specific target. That's why in the description I didn't put Sajay or Beagle Point, because I thought, you know, it's not what it's about. It's about the process of going through it. And with the neutron star jumper, if I need to jump across to Colonia when we get to the centre, I can do it in a few jumps. It's really not that far once you start using neutrons. I mean, I've seen Kitcher's, I don't know if Kitcher's in stream, sorry, in game, no. Kitcher managed to catch up with us from the bubble yesterday while we were in stream, which was what, 4 hours? So, okay, terraformable, good. Okay, so on we go. We're only going to do the water worlds. I did say that before. We're actually heading to that nebula in front of us there. That's our first stop for the stream.
So you're only going to scan what world? So what if you come and find a Earth-like?
Well, now you're just being pedantic. Earth has water. No,
Ammonias?
Ammonias, I'll do ammonias as well. Isn't ammonia world just poop water? It's like a Thargoid bath planet.
Romans would love it.
Just a question about the thumbnail. Does everybody think I should just keep that thumbnail and kind of update the day? At the moment, I update the day and change the colour. Or do people think I should update it with photographs that I've taken en route? Just so it doesn't get boring. Got some great route pictures. Actually, what the photograph I used when I was talking about the exploration changes, that was actually a photograph I took on this route.
Whatever the hell you want.
I know, but I like to please people sometimes. Not often. Oh well, if I keep hitting these crappy sun systems, we'll be alright. I'll be there in no time.
What you should do is clickbait people and splice some Jurassic Park scenes onto planets and say you're going for atmospherics.
Tell people that I've found life on one planet.
You found a Struthiomimus.
Oh yeah, yeah, you could do that, Kathina. Could do the old face, and the kind of I'm not sure face that they do with their arms out. You need that one as well. Hands on head as well. That's a really important one. Oh no, clickbait works in all formats these days. Nope, we'll keep going. Four different O faces. The one which I have used, which I don't think necessarily clickbait, but I've often used the circles, or I use magnifying glasses normally. But that's because Canva doesn't have a free scanner thing. Just so you all know, I'm not sat here naked. It is the colour of this t-shirt. I've just spotted myself in the camera. Got 12. Oh, this one's trying to poo-poo me. It's not a G, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, 5, and they're going to be terraformable. Camp face. I don't know how you pull a camp face. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Wow. I'll try a few of them. Unfortunately, I haven't got the money for green screen, so I can't do all that cutout stuff. Right, here we go. Have you noticed that since I said I'm glad I've got all these sun systems, I've now got water worlds which I can complain about. How about waiting phase? Should do the concentration phase. Oh, the chewing the tongue phase. That's really bad. Chew my tongue while I'm concentrating, people. Never a good thing. Kathina says I'm good at the tilty head face. Or as it's more well known, the special school face. This one's not too bad actually to get to. Does that work, Dave? Oh, I thought I was going too fast there. I don't. The question is, Dave, do they have to be full or can they be empty? Terraformable, come on. There's 2 planets here, so if I can get them both terraformable, it'll be a nice little payday. Oh really? What do you do, Mo? Did you say where you were from, Mo? You don't have to. I'm not going to ask you again, but I wasn't sure whether I did see it in chat earlier. Sometimes I miss it. Actually, if I put black bin liners, people will think I'm streaming from the garden. That's the big problem. Oh, they're not terraformable. Bugger. I'll get first discovery on that, so it'll probably come up to the price for terraformable anyway. So it's not the end of the world. I really was hoping that was, though. Ah, Missouri, okay. Is there a Missouri, or do you come from St. Louis or something? Or do you come from, what's the capital of that place called? I can't remember. Is it Jefferson, Missouri or something? I always thought it was St. Louis until a couple of years ago. Is it Jefferson? But now, okay, okay. How about them Rams? Oops. I'm a big football fan. Disgusting what they did. Disgusting. Ah, so it is Jefferson City, okay. Oh, did I jump a bit too early there? Probably not the best thing to do. Just a little unknown fact for people is somebody once tried to parachute and land on top of the St. Louis Arch. Didn't land correctly and slipped to his death. I'm just here for the happy news. Right, I read it in one of my weird US books. No, not really, Dave. Well, it's for whatever it will be. It might actually be paying for Red Dead 2, maybe. It all depends. I'll only just start getting paid properly now. And obviously with the big holiday behind me, but I'll have enough. I'll get rid of some games if I have to. There's no way I'm not playing. Oh, okay. It's expensive over there, Mo. Where did she come from in Australia? I just sit here and pump people for information, and before you know it, I'm at the destination. Has anybody noticed that little trick? I used to have quizzes. I have my little ways. Oh, I can't wait till... she's from Melbourne. I'm from Melbourne, mate. I love the way that they do it. They sound like they're a record just getting faster and faster. It's a good place, Melbourne, though. Can't wait for the beta of that. I really can't. I think that'll drop around Christmas. It did. I think it did last time for the other one, and they're on the same release date, so. Oh, I think I went a bit early. Well, keep an eye out for those sharks. Swimming knives. Everything down there tries to kill you. Crabs with flamethrowers. Always check under the toilet seat. Has anybody seen the new Spider-Man game? That's pretty impressive. I will actually play the Elite one, Kathina, just so I can get the hang of that system, really, or at least get a good look at it before it goes live. I don't think I'll play a load of the beta, though. Well, if it's anything like the people are saying it's better than Batman, I don't know how it can be better than Batman. I really enjoyed the Batman, and that's not my type of game either, normally. But I think it's because the Batman ones always have like a Christmassy theme to them. Nine planets, that might be a one sun system. Yep, but no. I feel bad leaving some of these high metal contents behind, but or a flaming galah. You want to keep wide berth of those things. That hurricane's not going to come as far in as you, is it, Mo? That's looking pretty devastating. The hurricanes off the American coast this last few years have just been off the wall. Right, let's have a quick look at where we are. 12 jumps. I actually thought we were closer in than that. I thought it was going to be 7. Apparently kangaroos are a bit like biker gangs. They just roam around in big groups bothering people. I love that video that went viral at the time of the guy boxing one. I think it's trying to kill his dog or it's trying to get his dog. He just comes up and sizes it up. People were giving him crap for that, but the thing was trying to get his dog. Because they're not cuddly little things, they're quite aggressive at times. Oh, I jumped when it was red. That wasn't a good idea. There we go. Don't forget to hit that like button, people, and if you are just joining the stream, drop by, say hello. And if you want, you can become a Patreon, you can make a donation if you want with a tip jar, you can join our Discord. And you can click that subscribe button. I've actually done really well subscription wise recently. I'm really pleased with it. Oh, 1 object, wow. I love the fuel scoop on this ship. I was talking to Brian about it the other day. On the DBX it feels like I'm hanging out the window with a cup. Just scooping it. But with this, God, it feels like I'm pulling a tank behind me. Hey Malcolm, how's it going? So you're out killing Thargoids again today. Everybody role plays in Elite Dangerous, and Malcolm's the elite version of Rent-A-Kill. He goes out swatting Thargs for people. $35, that's quite a lot. There's probably not going to be much in the system if it's 35. Yeah, don't be getting in a car crash, Ellen's guy, will you? Okay, well, it's nice to know you're here, Ellen's guy. It's nice to know you're in. I don't roleplay the Cathena, I just scan stuff for money. Do you think the profits might have gone up since yesterday? Oh, do you think they put the profits up? Yes, yesterday, I should say. Did anybody watch that podcast with Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, by the way? If you haven't seen it, you have to go watch it. Not now, don't do it while I'm in stream. But bookmark it for the future. It's a great podcast. And he didn't inhale. Actually, offline, off stream, Cathena, I did do combat. Did alright, didn't do too bad until I shot up the sheriff. I haven't been seen in that system since. Oh no, I might...
That's why you need to go in combat with buddies.
Exactly. What, so I can get the sheriff shooting them as well?
No, so I can heal your shields while you shoot the sheriff.
No, well, I went to just try it out with one ship. You know me, Cathena, I went to a low res, dressed like Rambo, and still managed to shoot the sheriff. I managed to escape. That's no shock, but I managed to escape and get out of there. Just going back to what you said, Dave, I'll have to maybe check that back later, because I don't really like the round table thing, to be honest. It's not my cup of tea. I did a pub, yeah. I sometimes listen in, but I can't listen in for a long time. I prefer listening to live radio myself, if I want to listen to that type of podcast, and 2 a week is a bit too much talking for me. It says somebody who sits here for 4 hours a night talking, but you get what I mean. When sometimes lives speak over each other a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. They're all good people. In fact, I was having a conversation with, even though I don't really know much about tech, yeah, well, I kind of knew that, Dave. I don't know what anybody else was under the impression of. They tell FDev where they want it to go. They choose a destination, and FDev just say yes or no. And this is where the whole thing. This is why I said people shouldn't have been giving them shit, because they had no idea what FDev were going to pull, and maybe 1 or 2 people, maybe, highly doubt it, knew what was going to happen. All that thing was on FDev, and funnily enough, in the stream yesterday, they just didn't even mention it, which I think is a pretty. But if you go look at some of the videos about Jurassic Park on YouTube, I just accidentally stumbled across a few today, and it doesn't seem like those players are having the best of fun at times either. Don't know. I think they need to pull the socks up a little bit when it comes to that. All this stuff. Like I said, if it had travelled... No, once it's been planned, no, because it'll have to go into programming.
I quite like the new challenge mode in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but they were promising massive upgrades. They even got, was it the director of the Lost World to do like a little trailer?
Did they?
Yeah, or a little speech or something, just to say, watch out for the next update. It's going to be huge.
Well, to be fair, for like bug fixes and
I've got an ammonia world.
It was huge. There's so much in that way, but I mean, not huge as in feature-wise.
Yeah, I mean, don't you think when you're advertising something, it shouldn't really be for bug fixes, should it? It should be for big things that you're implementing, I suppose. I suppose by big, they were just taking the piss out of the dinosaur situation.
Either that or just the actual size of the update, because I mean, it was quite a sizable update.
I can't even get a playgroup together, Kathina.
I think the update was nearly 2 gigs, I think. I might be wrong, I can't remember.
Well, I applied for their permission a couple of weeks ago, Kathina, and I've heard nothing back at all. This wasn't for actually for a faction, this was just for a playgroup registry. Haven't heard anything back, and I actually PS'd it in my request for my refund today, and they just totally ignored that part, so I don't know. I don't know what goes on with it. I don't know how it works properly. I mean, yesterday in the stream they did talk about multi-crew discovery stuff, but I'm like, does multi-crew even work yet properly? Good.
No, it doesn't work properly. It works as intended.
So how can you be adding to something that doesn't work? It just doesn't make sense.
Quite easily, you just add to it and it gets even worse.
I'm just thinking, I watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest a few weeks ago. I thought I was watching a documentary about Frontier Towers. Sellotaped on the outside. No, I mean, to be honest, in their defence sometimes, businesses are run very differently. I've worked in businesses where there are complete lunatics running it, who have no idea how it's going, or how to do anything. Somehow they get to the top, and everybody who's working under them just has to do as they're told. Like I've said before, instead of pointing the finger and saying they as a group, I think the fingers have to be pointed at the higher ups who are controlling everything that's going on, and saying, you know, this isn't good enough from you, especially if you want to keep us engaged in the game, because I know there's a lot of big games coming in the next year, and I think Frontier, I mean I see it just through Discord actually. I see people who are hardcore into the game, and obviously I can see what games they're playing half the time. And there's a lot of people who've completely moved on from this. They're still part of the Discord, but I'm guessing just by the fact that they haven't deleted it yet, or they drop in every now and again. And there's people I can see just are not interested in the game anymore, and I think that's really sad, because when they used to be in stream, you'd see how into the game they were. Okay, see you later, Mo. Thanks for dropping in. I think it's hard for me as well, because I've been playing The Division alongside this game for a long time. Division's actually been on the back burner recently, because they're making a lot of changes at the moment to it, when it's taken me long enough to get to where I was, so I'm kind of there in the bad books, but they're not doing anything bad. They're just changing a couple of things around, and I'll get used to it eventually, but I haven't got the time to put into it at the moment to fix my build. Yep, exactly, Joe. You know, yeah, you'd think. I don't know.
How many jumps out are you?
Not many now, actually. One.
I'll head back.
Okie doke. Because one of the good things about games like The Division is you can see that the people who are designing it do actually play it, and they stream live and they look competent when they're streaming gameplay. They look very, very competent in what they're doing. They look like they know how the game works. Yeah, but the thing is, Kathina, is that the earlier games were earlier in time, and maybe you're right in a way that the earlier ones kind of over-delivered. Especially the first one. You think of what you could do with that first one. It was pioneering, as we all know, and I think, you know... Oh, Jess, oh, he has got legs. No, essentially it kind of hasn't. Yeah, you're right. I think there's a lot of things could be built on. I've said to you before, Kathina, I just wish the game, the world felt really organic. If you hear what, like, Rockstar, I mean, it's a completely different situation, completely different money we're talking about, but if you hear about the Red Dead Redemption, what Rockstar wanted to change about it, you listen to them and they're saying, we want this organic place that that people can come to and feel like they're really experiencing day-to-day life and not just NPCs going through the motions and stuff like that. And I think that a game like this really does need that. It does need that thing of feeling organic, because you're in a universe. Put it in Brian's messages, I think. Yes, I did. Just need to work out where we are properly, but 1 second. Yes, that's a really contentious thing, because it actually shows that some of them are just absolutely... they do not want to take it out. Which is really, really bad. They have to. They haven't got a choice. They have to take it out. They have to. They haven't got a choice. Give us a second, Brian. I was expecting something in here. I can't see it. Give us a sec, people. Are you gonna buy? Are you gonna?
Is it not just a view of that nebula with the stars in it?
No, there's. I'm sure there's supposed to be a ringed white star here. I'm just gonna make sure. Yep, we're in the right one. Hang on a second, people. This is really weird. Right, star 3. Oh, they've changed the suns. Would you believe this? When was that from? 2016. Oh, that's terrible. They've changed the suns for some reason. I'm gonna fly towards the first one, but it looks like they've changed both of them. They were both white stars before. So I have no idea why they've changed the suns in this then. It looked amazing before. Guessing just another thing to shake my stick at. I can't believe they've done this, people. So these two are supposed to be white stars, ringed white stars, and in the photograph that I've just seen, it looked beautiful, and now they've changed them to red stars, and by the looks of it, at this distance they have. I was asking Jess, because Jess plays on PS4 as well, Dave. I know you'll be getting it. You will be getting it, won't you? Oh, well, it's semi-pretty, Brian. It's not as good as it was in the photos. Now, I have been playing Ride the Ring. Sounds like a terrible game, but I was trying it out earlier, so I was getting it to a point where I could actually see rocks. There we go. Not quite yet. It's quite difficult, but I don't want to. There we go. I don't want to. See if I can get a little bit lower. And just about see rocks here, and then it's so hard to do this. Ah, damn it. Oh, I can't believe I messed that up. Oh well. I've only lost 2 hull. Well, at least I can get my photo. So look, what's it? Functions, orbit lines off. Okay. I've worked out I can do that approximately 50 times before I'll destroy my ship. So I don't think you can fix structural damage, unfortunately. That's what they said about the Gnosis. So internal damage, sorry. Ah, sorry, Jess, I was asking if you're getting Red Dead Redemption. Do you use shark cards? Really?
Well, you can fix internal with AFMUs and external with repair limpet.
Have you got repair limpets?
I don't.
Well, to be fair, I could be able to do it in Colonia pretty soon. I think sidestepping using that neutron highway makes it a bit easier.
The only reason I didn't take them was because it reduces my jump range.
Oh, Kathina, I actually think the story is, if you knew what the story, the full story, the original one, I think it'd be right up your street. Actually, have you seen Deadwood yet? Bet you haven't, have you? So disappointed. So I'm not speaking here, Brian, I'm just using the control key to adjust a screen. Right, okay, so unfortunately that's pretty much it, so we're going to go to the next one in the line.
I like how you can see the galactic arm through the rings.
Yeah, it looks really good, doesn't it? It's a shame I lost 2% health, but yeah. This music's pretty good. This music would be better off in Cyberpunk, I think, though, if I'm truthful. I can't wait for that Cyberpunk game.
I can't even see you on radar. Where are you?
I actually dropped into the wing. I haven't got my nav beacon on. I'll turn it on now.
I'll just wait out here.
Let's turn the orbit lines back on. We'll turn the beacon on. Stern lights on, just in case we can't see. Are you that disappointed with them, Jess? What happened? What happened? You got to remember, I'm drunk in some streams, mate. I sometimes forget. Oh, I just saw you. I just flew past you. Right. Okay. So let's see our next stop. Make sure I've got this one right, because we need to delete that one first, because we've been here. Next one's not too far, actually. Mind you, it is back down, so it could be a few jumps. And it is OGLE05. OGLE05. Well, this is the thing. I always say, Jess, is that Jess likes latex and motorbikes. Right up your street, Kathina, actually. I wasn't in fact, I've made it clear before, I hated westerns before I played Red Dead Redemption. I hated it with a passion, all that cowboy stuff. But that game was just, it was a piece of art. Let's see what this is. Right. Don't think we're going there. Oh, this is going to have to be one of these ones where I'm searching it in. Am I signed in? Yeah, at least I'm signed in. Just give us a second, people. I'm just searching for our next destination. And... right, okay, let's have a look at this one. Okay, we don't need to go to this next system. Okay, that's it. This is. I'm sorry if this takes a little bit of time sometimes, people, but this is. Some of these places are like astronomically special, but in reality, they don't have anything in them, and a lot of them are mapped wrong and stuff like this. So I'm just checking. EID AI. EID AI. No, AI Divi. Okay, this one will be alright. This one will be fine. Okay, I'll put it in Discord, Brian. Oh, how did you get a picture of Sandy, Jess? Well, even if you don't like that stuff, you can always watch it free through my stream.
Are you just jumping normal, or are you doing the neutron thing?
I'm gonna jump normal for a few systems, and I think if it gets too laborious,
There's a few neutrons on the way, plotted anyway.
Oh yeah, my next jump's like 200 light years.
There's like neutron and a few stars and a neutron, few stars. Not too bad.
Oh, apparently I've been through this neutron before. Did anybody ever play LA Noire by Rockstar? That was a great game. Loved that game. Hang on, Jess, did you explain why they weren't getting your money? I was preoccupied with that planet thing. Let me just have a quick scroll back. Couldn't remember if you said. I never used the live chat as well. Oh no, you didn't explain why they're not giving you, why you're not getting any more of your money. It's quite a big star, this one. But nothing in the system. Like 24 things in system. I did like in stream how they asked them if you could scan asteroid belts the other day. Oh. Christ, I thought a bat had just flown into the house. It's a moth. I know, I know. Oi. Oh, 34 jumps a bit much actually. Let's run it through the we'll run it through the system. Let's see what we end up with. I've got a little system here to run it through, so destination check. Also, they did steal something from EVE Online. I was just saying yesterday how they should do more of that. But if they're not very good, I think they're going to be a bit of a pain in the backside. That's it's basically what he was grinning at. At least I think that's what he was grinning at when he said it. He said it would take some how did he put it? Take some skill, I think were his words. But there was a grin there, so I'm guessing he hasn't got the hang of it yet. Actually, Brian, I think I'm going to do the neutron route, because even with the neutron route, it's about half the distance with a couple of different stop-offs here and there, so... so, I don't know which one I just came through, that's the problem, because I jumped... I'm guessing it's that one. So let's try this one. That one back. No, I won't go back over, I'll go forward over. What was that one? D32. D32, D32. So let's go with that one. One be a little bit ahead of us and then we'll... Yeah, okay, we'll make our way to that one first then. I always thought you played on PS4. Is that just Elite you play on PS4? Okay. Wow, that is pretty bad, Jess. Well, this is why I think I don't know if I don't understand how you can be banned for having a shark card though. Really good boy, good job. The ped dropping thing is a real contentious one. I mean, you know, especially on PC. I thought they'd pretty much gave up on banning people on PC. I really did. I thought they'd... Because I've been in lobbies where there's people just dropping stuff left, right and centre, blowing everything up. Yeah, I mean, the PC version is an absolute mess, which is maybe why Red Dead isn't going to be released on PC yet. But I remember even in the early days on the PS3, the hackers were at it pretty quickly. I mean, this is the other thing about these online games, is that a lot of the companies, why Rockstar can't control... Well, I think it's because of the Lua scripting. I think people have just been able to take the... they've just been able to take the game apart and they know it's a money, they make a lot of money from it, so I think they just kind of wave that ban hammer a bit. Well, but this is the thing, this way you a lot of the people who rebuy the game, Dave, are the hackers, because they hack keys. There was a guy I once met who was playing in game in the Division. He'd been using some type of hack. I think it was a speed hack. He was Russian, and he said he paid. I think he paid something like 4 or 5. What would be 4 or 5 euros for a key, if that. You can buy them in packs. He was saying you can buy them in packs. So once one account gets banned, just jump to the next account. But waving the ban hammer on players, players who are doing everything legitimately, seems really, really strange from a business point of view. And people can say what they want about companies being greedy or whatnot, but at least when Nike sell you a pair of trainers, they don't expect you to walk around in socks. Like, well, I know it is, because I know that. Well, I know that they do it every couple of months. They bring it down, but that's because they're collecting the correlating data on the people who they can see cheating. Thing is, a lot of people say they don't cheat, and then they do. But even this game has a pretty good cheat detection system. It's in your log file, I think. So anybody who actually tried it, thinking they were going to get away with it, I'll never understand. Because I think your log file says he made a jump of 700 light years, and FDev servers is like, yeah, 700 light years, that's not happening. Okay, so scan that. We go to, can't remember how far down the list I was now. Let's find out. 322A. Okay, 322A. I'm guessing it's that one, so I'm jumping to this one now. Sometimes I wish I could it is in multiplayer, definitely. It's a pretty bad way to be working, because I can understand people's frustrations at not wanting to put the work in, but especially when you pay for a game. But if you want to play online, you've got to kind of play by the rules. I don't mind cheating offline. I've done it a few times in games just to get through the story. It's not interested in doing side missions for extra XP and stuff, but I mean, most online games you can get through it without cheating anyway, I think. Didn't get the full one there, did we? Threw me out. So only since you said that, Brian.
Yeah, but if you cheat in single player, that's fine, because you're not affecting anybody else.
Well, exactly. Right, so now we make the jump. We're gonna get the next one. I don't know why you hated board hopping. The funny thing is they've gone back on their whole story because of you, Kathina. You do know that. They said board hopping was acceptable because there was a restriction on the number of missions that they could load into a board. So they said we consider board flipping acceptable because because there isn't as many missions as we wanted. Yeah, or I'll just be going through the town riding a dog. I'll be honest with you, the online kind of shooting stuff like GTA 5 I didn't really enjoy when I played it. I tried to stay in lobbies that were quieter. But FDev said it was acceptable because of the fact that they couldn't make... You're not going to agree, are you? They said it's acceptable because they couldn't make the boards as big as they wanted them. Did I set my next destination? I don't think I have now. Oh. Oh, this is doing my nappering now. This is Brian's fault. I'd never get thrown out of the neutron star. It's never really happened. It's this guy. Right, okay, I'm out the back of it now.
What are you blaming on me now?
Because until you talked about dropping out of the neutrons, it had never happened before. And now it's happening all the time.
It's not my problem, get good.
I was good.
Well, apparently you're not anymore. Nah, you just must be taking the wrong approach.
Maybe going too fast, actually.
Well, what speed are you at when you're hitting them?
Usual speed,
usually
really.
hit them at like 3 or 4.
Oh, I hit them at 2. Oh, this one's pretty active.
Plus, the closer to the exclusion zone you hit, the more turbulence you'll get. So maybe try going in a little bit further out.
I'll give it a whirl. Oh crap, I don't know if I've got enough juice to do this one. I have to go next door to fill this blubbing ship up. I've just realised. Right, okay, wrong bloody screen. How far's that one actually? If it's next door, I'll go to that. I have to do it next door. 11th, no, I'll go next door, it's quicker. Well, my personal opinion is they just need to up the boards. They need to do something to make the boards bigger.
Well, I might be a bit annoyed. I've just found a system with an ammonia. It's like 4,000 out and 3 water worlds that are like 40,000 out, so I'm going to scan them.
Okie doke. Am I going next door here now? What are we doing? 8 light years, yeah, we're going next door. Okay. I just missed that. Yeah, kind of the thing, the whole jumping on the gold rush thing, it does get a bit. It is a bit old hat. It is a bit. She doesn't have time to play games. Jess, she's too busy in streams slacking everything off. I'm only kidding, Casino. You know I'm only kidding.
You know that issue I have with the like material brokers and stuff?
Oh, what problem do you have?
Like, you know how it's meant to be when you visit them, they'll be visible.
Yeah, but doesn't that gets wiped off after a certain amount of time?
It's like every time I log out of the game, like see if we were back at Shinrata right now, I'd have a tech broker there, right?
Right.
See if I jump to a different system, log out, then log back in, it won't show.
Oh wow.
So see if it wasn't for like Inara and EDDB and stuff, I wouldn't actually, unless I didn't know what I know, I wouldn't know where to go. It's not as if it's like a 12-hour or a day thing, it's like, for me it's every time I log out.
Wow, that's, I mean, I think I've got a similar problem actually, because I think mine disappear. There's also the problem with the Diamondback that I was talking about the other night, where I can't get into the galaxy map if I look at it on a mountain, like when I'm in an SRV, sorry, or when I'm on a surface, sorry. And it happened actually today in this ship, so it's not just the Diamondback, it does it on. There's just so many bugs, it's crazy. Considering, what is it, in its 4th year now?
Fourth year live.
What happened, Nampara? You got... I missed it. It's the chat's gone off too fast. What happened? That's disgusting, Jess. You talk about giving Rockstar money and you've gone with those cowboys, literally. And you said you don't even like cowboy games. Talk about walking from one bug fest to another. Detroit, let's take these off so I can bloody see properly. Right. Oh, I'm not in line, am I? Well, we're definitely getting into thick part. These stars are starting to get bright. Yeah, he's doing it in America. He's building most of it in America, though, so he can't get burnt at the stake. I'm going to string him up like the Wicker Man. I just can't support that guy at the moment. I just don't see... If he releases a finished product, I'll consider it, but... I don't see that happening. 288. The thing that gets me about the mission board is sometimes you'll look at it, you'll scan it, there'll be some really good mission on there that you think, oh, I'll take that. You back out for 2 seconds and you go back in and it's gone. And I don't think that's... I don't think... It happens a lot to me. You can't tell me I'm always arriving at that board flip moment. I just think more options in the board, a bigger board, and have it flip every half hour and stuff. If you're doing a mission or 2 missions, then it's done it again.
You should be able to save missions.
Oh, there you go. That was a weird one. I think that's kind of what Marshall was kind of pushing out there.
I don't think you should be able to save a lot, maybe 5 or so. Because let's say you're in a combat ship and you land, and then you find like a great cargo mission, high paying or whatever. Well, you're not going to do that in a combat ship, but if you can save that, switch to your cargo ship and accept it, what's wrong with that?
Oh, I actually think, well, the cargo missions you can do that with now. Because the cargo missions you can do that with now because you've got the depot. But other missions you can't. Yeah, but no, even if you don't have cargo space, you can accept them now. But other missions you can't do it with, admittedly, like passenger missions and stuff. And that's kind of what I was getting at, because I think that quite often I'll think, oh, I like that mission, I'll just swap ship, and as soon as I swap ship, the boards change.
Yep, because you've left the board. But if you're switching boards and you leave the board and go back in, nothing changes.
Exactly.
So it's funny when there's a good mission there and you want it and you go to change ship and you go back and it's disappeared, but if you're board switching and you want good missions and you log out and go back in, they're all the same.
Yeah, it's almost like a bullseye look what you could have won thing, isn't it? Right, Nampara, I'll get back to you now because I've been prattling on, but yeah, it's a shame that's open for you, mate. So that is a shame. Just let me have a quick look at the chat because I've missed a fair bit going on. Oh wow, yeah, mission board search feature, blah blah.
I've just found a pink gas giant.
Put a link up in Discord for that video, Nampara, if you don't mind. I just want to see who it is that's doing it. There might be a reason why they're doing it. It might be a player group thing. Yeah, kind of. That's what it should be. Oh. Yeah, that's what I've said, Kathina, definitely. You should be able to sit there and let it fill up like you would a... That'd be so cool as well. I'd love to run an airline business.
Isn't that what doing passenger missions is? Well, meant to be.
Yeah, you'd think. What I meant, Nampar, is Discord's like it's a thing. You can actually do it in your browser. It's like a message board, our message board. So it's in the link in the description below. And if you can post in Elite General Chat, if you can post a link to the video, just so I can have a look at it and see which group it is and whatnot. Right, I'll get on with it now, people. People, I did read everything. I'm caught up now. D83. Scouty D83. Scouty D583. Okay. Only a few more jumps to go, people, and we'll be there. Whoa, that was a quick jump. I'm using EDDB to find a 6-air fuel scope. There. Let me just check something. There isn't a 6-air fuel scope, or there is? I remember having exactly the same problem, but I think it was for the 8A fuel scope that doesn't exist, even though it says places have it. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I've got a 7A fuel scope, so... I don't think you are missing anything. But maybe... Brian, is there a 6A fuel scope in-game?
I couldn't tell you accurately right now, but I think there would be.
Yeah, so would I, but I remember somebody saying that they're having a problem getting one when they go to each station on EDDB. And I remember having a problem with one, but I think that was the 8A one that it says they have on EDDB, but it doesn't actually exist.
Well, I've got a 7A on my Conda, so I mean, I'm sure something like a Python or...
Oh, Marshall's got one.
Be able to fit a 6A.
Yeah, but stations don't change the modules they sell generally, do they?
No, but not all stations sell all the stuff. I mean, what's the 2 seconds?
Actually, one thing you could do is you could look at when the station last updated. That is something you can do. So look at when the station last updated, was last updated, sorry, in EDDB.
See, House and Runner has everything.
Yes.
There's a state, is it like Empire or something? Is it Lee Rong UA gets discounts?
Right, yeah.
I can't remember what station, but it almost has everything. It's almost Shinrater with better discount. It doesn't have everything, but I'm just trying to find it.
So all I know is that if you go for the one most recently updated, it should be in there. But I'll be going to be honest with you. I had problems with outfitting before I left the system. So I'm actually carrying. It's going to go off before I can look at it. So sod it. I'm holding business cabin, which I really don't need. Are you switching to the Colt 45 then? Yeah, so Diguan Duiri or whatever. You might want to check there. That's one of the places that stocks a lot of stuff. But I was really hoping that we could kind of jump it out here.
That sounds about right.
2176, 2176, 176, 4, 5, 6. That would be about 10. Plus that 11, 12. Just check it. Let's see what we've got here. That was really fast. What have we got? 8 jumps. Okay, instead of going backwards and forwards, I'm just gonna do this one. Oh no, I'm still after. You bastard. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Galaxy map. We'll do 1 jump. That's what happens when you do this.
That port you mentioned, the Diagundi or whatever, that's the one I was talking about.
Oh. Let's make one final change before I make a total idiot of myself and have to call a fuel rats. That's the one. Set. Okay. Oh, that's the one. That's all right. Oh, look, we're running on. I'm using my last bit of fuel to get to 1 star.
You better not screw it up then.
My tank's completely empty.
I ain't got limpets.
Can everybody see my main tank is empty and I have a third left in my regular fuel reserve? You know the
How
one.
far are you for the main sun? Not the main sun, but a sun.
I'm sat in front of it. I'll be all right. That was close, people. It'll only take about 3 seconds to fill. I always say I'll never run out of fuel anymore, people. It's a new dawn for this pilot. But it's fun to watch sometimes. Use checkpoint boost. Okay, there we go. Wow, look at how quickly that filled up. It's amazing. I love it. Because I'd been doing nothing but neutron stars, Kathina. Nothing but neutron stars, so I completely ran it dry, unfortunately. You can, you're right, Marshall, you're right. Well, I don't mind replotting little bits and bobs just to get that extra bit of fuel, but I just like how I did that right on the 0 mark. Right, so this was the one I was at before, so we're gonna go flying towards this. Brian says he enters in on a 3. I'm really surprised by that. I'm gonna do it.
Warning. Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Oh no, that kicked me out much faster than usual. No, I'm not gonna go in on a 3 anymore. Oh crap, I think I just flew
Yeah,
over.
3 MMS.
Ah, okay, I thought you meant 3 bar.
No, not 3 bar, no. Jesus
I
Christ.
don't even know where it is now. I've lost it.
It's like, I usually keep it between 3 or 4 MMS when I'm entering, and then once I've entered and it's starting to charge, then I'll go full throttle and try and get out.
Oh, it threw me out quite a long way away from it then. That's strange. I'll take it really easy here though, because I want to get a look of it before I get sucked in. Wow, that threw me out a long way away. Okay, we'll go through this bit. I'm guessing my engine's half cooked. That's going at 2. Come on.
Warning. Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frame shift drive
There we go.
supercharged.
Is Palin the hardest one to unlock? I can't remember who my hardest to unlock is. Probably some of the ones that I still haven't got unlocked to this day.
Frame shift drive charging.
That's 276. Wait. We will get to another destination tonight, people. In actual fact, I can look this destination up while I'm
Frameshift drive charging.
idiot.
To be honest, none of them are really hard to unlock now because you've got the traders. You can just trade for whatever data or whatever you need.
Oh, can you trade for kills?
No.
It's a shame. Shame you can't hire
There's
somebody.
I think there's like 3 or 4 of the higher, like top tier ones that need like top tier data and stuff. So you can just use the map trader to get like Palin and stuff.
I think I'd sometimes like it if you could have a little fleet of fighters that you can just get to do all the dirty work for you.
If you need kills to unlock an engineer, that's not very difficult. I can do that for you.
Not unless you want to be in trouble with the fuzz.
No, because you just go to a res zone and kill bad people.
I know, but I still end up shooting the police. It always happens.
Well, if you get good status with them, they go green on your thing.
Alright, yeah.
So all you need to do is like do a couple missions or hand in like 1 million data and they become friendly, and once they're friendly they're green on your radar thing.
Right, I get you. That's an interesting thing. Oh god, I don't know if I've done the mining one actually, Marshall. That would kind of drive me a bit crazy. Hopefully the mining upgrade when it arrives really takes care of that, because it's a strange one. The mining I'll be honest with you, I've never really read up on it. So maybe there's just some way, the way that I'm mining isn't the right way.
The mining one's easy.
Oh, somebody else was saying it's really difficult.
No, the painite. Didn't we do painite with you in a stream?
We did, and I came back with none. Or very little. Neither did Bob, apparently. Baron said he got loads.
I mean, as long as you've got the scanner, all you need is a pristine metal rich, and you just scan asteroids until you find one that's got the painite, and you can get it for like, sometimes you can get it from one asteroid if you're lucky. Not scan asteroids, you use the limpet thing. Because if you weren't using the limpet that tells you what's on the asteroid, yeah, it would take ages.
Oh, I don't think I'm on about the 10 tons. Isn't the one where you have to mine 500 tons for somebody? Or did I read it wrong? I always thought it was 500 tons of painite. That's why they call it a pain in the ass, isn't it? I don't think I've got that one. Have a quick look.
No, Celine Jean, you gain access to her for mining over 500 tons of ore. That's basically just mining 500 tons of anything, and then to finally unlock her, you need to do 10 units of painite.
Oh, I haven't got that one unlocked yet.
All you need to do is like mine 500 ton of anything, then get 10 unit of painite, which you go to the pristine metallic rich, and it's not too hard.
Oh, then I don't know why I haven't got it, because I'm sure I've done 500 tons at some point. Isn't there a really strange one where you have to sell across 100 black markets or something as well? Or 100 different markets? That's
That's the engineer that does armour and hull reinforcements.
one, Edison, before I jump in system.
That one's not really hard though.
I only really got into the engineering part when I wanted to go a bit further with a ship, so I kind of ignored them before that. They are to me like Thargoids are to Cathena most of the time. Is it 6 black markets? Okay.
Well, if you want to make the best of your ship, you need to do it. If you don't want to do it, you need to basically live with having a average ship.
Right, 5 black market, or 6. 5, 6. Does anybody know the real things? I'm only winding you up. Right, here we go. I'm going to be doing a planetary landing next, Brian, just so you know.
I don't know how long I'll be up for. I've got work tomorrow.
I think I'm only a couple of jumps out now, 3 jumps out. Is that true? Why is that, Julie? I could say the same to you about Discovery stuff, Cathena. I really could. I'm going to do this 1 per jump and then I'll have it down by the time I get in system. Next one, low gravity, which is good. Where the heck's Edison? I love Edison, I couldn't live without it these days. And we're on 3D, okay. You've just done laps
I'm still
around.
like 9 jumps away.
Ah, okay. You've just done laps around the bubble, woman. You know it, I know it. That's not real Discovery. Yours is distance covered. Distance covered in system. Alright, okay, yes, 1 more jump. Put this down.
What's your exploration profit, like money made?
Cripes, I don't know. Is it in your stats tab?
Yeah, you know when you go to the right hand tab.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look.
Yeah, it's under exploration. You scroll down quite a bit.
Statistics, exploration. 1,037,000,000. Yeah, 1,037,074,036.
Not a bad profit for scanning stuff, eh?
It's not. Highest payout of 4.6 million. I don't know what the hell that was on.
Yeah, my highest payout's 4,589, and my total profit's like 1.198 billion. I've only visited like 11,400 systems.
How many systems?
11,444.
You're a little bit ahead of me. I've done 10,800. Well,
The farthest
10,900.
I've been out is 44,417 light years.
Oh wow, I've only done 25. But yeah, I've definitely made some money exploring. Alright, let's have a look at the system map. So we're looking D3. D3. 1, 2, A, B, C, and A, B, C. Did it C or D3, did it say?
And when you compare the exploration to my combat, I've only handed in something like 170 million worth of bounty vouchers. So like, see per hour, combat and exploration. Exploration wins. You make a lot more money.
Well, I've put a lot of time into exploration though. Well, nearly all my time, to be honest. Everything I do is exploration.
Yeah, I've put a lot of time as well.
I bet Malcolm's made a fair bit from combat. He's always shooting somebody.
Yeah, but on average, per hour, combat or exploration, you make more through exploration.
Don't be giving Cathena ammo. They just added them in Colonia, Cathena, I think. I don't think there's any really big effects, but he is saying that without really truly knowing.
In fact, to be honest, combat's probably the least profitable thing you can do in the game.
Apparently Cathena's made a shed load from combat.
Depends on what combat you're doing, I suppose. If you're doing the missions, they do pay better.
You know what they do need actually? They need to put a few more systems, a few more stations out in the black, is my opinion. Some like deep stations for people to drop in on and stuff, because going out into the black's really scary for some people, and I think that you just need a couple of stations, maybe having a few exploration bits and bobs inside so people can go out, explore a bit, realise they need an AFMU or whatever, jump a couple of thousand light years into a station, and then, because all the stations out here, they don't have any outfitting, which isn't bloody hell. Well, to be fair, on Colonia, the people who live out in Colonia must be mental. I might live there for a bit, you never know, but it's they needed engineers out there. So you'll get there, Joe, don't worry. Don't worry. Get there in no time. Right, okay, so
How much does it cost to ship ships out to Colonia for the bubble?
oh, it's quite a lot.
Like,
in the hundreds sometimes.
Millions?
Yes, I think I think I had a quote of 150 million in a week. I had to wait a week for it to arrive, and I think it was 150 million to have it shipped.
That's a bit harsh, is it not?
It's completely pointless. They do need to look at it, because it doesn't seem to really. Yeah, Joe's saying 500 million. It said for his Corvette. Oh no, sorry, I'm reading that wrong. Oh, I'm gonna have to start upgrade position. Start navigation. 0. Hang on. Let's go 070. We have to be a bit careful here. We don't want to go. Yeah, we don't. Right, 070. This is one of those big ones, so kind of keeps moving. We need to get it down to. Oh, it says to go down. Okay. 37 degrees.
Turn right heading 071. Maintain angle 40 for descent. Distance to target 1176 kilometers.
Orbital flight engaged.
What does it say? 31.
793 kilometers.
Did it say 31 the last time I looked at it?
490 kilometers.
I hope so.
Distance to target 334 kilometers. Distance to target 248 kilometers.
Just off the line slightly there. There'll be no need for Edison
Target
in the future,
197 kilometers.
unfortunately.
Distance to target 166 kilometers. Distance to target 142 kilometers.
Oh, I think I'm going to drop out a little bit
190
before.
kilometers.
Come on, get that rapid thing going.
Distance to target 96 kilometers.
Oh no, I might just get there. I'm trying to control it. Trying to control it so it doesn't go down too quickly.
We're not
God,
even really
complete.
that far out right now.
Damn it. It's gonna be a boost, bit of a boostathon here, people.
Target 66 kilometers. Distance to target 62 kilometers.
That would be good, actually. Oh, come on. Oh, I need my engines up, that's why. Didn't realise that.
Target 100 kilometers. Distance to target 56 kilometers.
There's no way a ship like this on full engines would be moving 1 kilometre every 5 or 6 seconds. It's ridiculous.
Distance to target 46 kilometers.
Depends on the gravity of the planet.
0.17.
Target 43 kilometers.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a bit crap gravity.
Yeah, well, this is a punishment for not hitting your spot, isn't it? I don't really know why they put this in it, but never mind. I'm not gonna moan.
Target 37 kilometers.
All right.
Distance to target 34 kilometers. Distance to target 35 kilometers.
Hey.
Distance to target 28 kilometers. Distance to target 25 kilometers. Distance to target 22 kilometers.
Right, we're nearly there, people. Brian will probably arrive just before me.
I'm one jump out.
Turn right heading 073.
073?
Target 16 kilometers.
Ah, right, okay.
Target 13 kilometers.
I want to start nosing it down. Oh, it's just been weird the last few weeks, one of them. I don't even know why he starts doing it.
Distance to target 6 kilometers.
Can't see them. Down here somewhere, maybe.
Where are you in system?
Target 3 kilometers.
Hang on, I'll let you know. A second, people.
078. Distance
Right.
to target 706 meters.
Right, okay.
Turn left.
No, I don't want to back up.
To target 545 meters.
Just 1 second, people.
Turn left heading to 58.
Okay, so the second gas giant with the big ring, the first, like the blue one, and the the one below the 2 yellow planets.
Turn left heading to 58. Distance to target 741 meters.
So 3D.
Yes, yeah.
Turn left heading to 44. Distance to target 893 meters.
Like silvery coloured thing.
Turn right heading to 6.
Yes, that would be the one.
Target 607 meters.
Right, let's get our... I can't see these blooming things though.
Turn left heading 251.
Never good.
Distance to target 902 meters.
251. Right.
Distance to target 905 meters.
Landing gear deployed.
Distance to target 940 meters. Turn right heading 252. Distance to target 889 meters. Turn right heading 250. Distance to target 1
Unfortunately,
kilometer.
there's not very good places to land here. Gonna go down this hill a little bit here.
Turn left heading to 49.
Ah, shut up, woman.
To target 1 kilometer.
But I'm really not seeing these things.
Turn left heading to 21. Distance
Oh.
to target 1
There,
kilometer.
we're on good terrain now. Well, no, I'm not, but that part doesn't matter so much. That's it. If I can't find it, it'll be a good place to rest for the night.
What are you looking for?
Turn left heading to 13.
Wait,
Distance to target
there you
1
go.
kilometer.
Thermals. Or thermals.
Remember, sometimes for them to be
Turn
active,
left
they need to
heading
be
15.
like
Distance to
In the
target
sun.
in line with the sun and stuff.
Right, go up a bit. Right, that's... I got this alright earlier, so I'm gonna give it another go now, but it's really hard because of the gravity. The ship keeps actually changing position. Damn it. It's one of these, isn't it? You can normally see them though.
214.
Yeah, you should still see them on the ground, even if they're not active.
Turn left heading to 14. Target 1 kilometer.
Oh, that might be a better landing spot by the looks of it. Right, yo. There's a reason I can't deploy it. We've talked about this. Oh, look. Bob's pimping out his exploration data. Didn't ask me that question, Bob. Apparently we're like 2 kilometers away from it. Oh, we have found an outcrop. It's a good start. Yeah, I've just seen a nice outcrop, so that's not too bad if we can target it properly. Ah, we're still too close. Yeah, it's alright. I did it earlier, I tested it. It's alright now. He says. Mind you, not the way the AI takes off, but yeah, that's a little bit aggressive, isn't it? Oxygen depleted. Good night. Well, it's gone. It's gone. Right, okay, so 205. 205, okay, and 1 kilometer in this direction. I'm not seeing them. Definitely not when I'm going the wrong way. Definitely not going to see them going in that direction. Oh, I might be wrong. What's that there? I'm seeing a field of... I think it's rocks. It is just rocks by the looks of it here. This is slightly scary when you don't find what you're looking for. There's actually something showing up in the scanner, but no, you should be able to see it from here, mate. Definitely.
Yeah, they do show on scanner.
That's another one.
Are you inside a crater?
Yes, kind of inside a crater, aka hilly area.
Turn left heading 135. Target 251 meters.
Phosphorus.
Target 297 meters.
Zinc. Can always have a little bit of zinc. Don't seem to have enough zinc.
Turn left heading
Sulfur's full, carbon full. Okay, let's go find this thing. Well, they're not here by the looks of it, so 289. Make your mind up, mate. 141.
Turn left.
Hmm.
Target 259 meters.
Oh, did I just see something there, or am I going a bit mental?
Turn left. Target 77 meters.
Just gonna check my data. 88. 88. Yep, that's right. That looks right. Oh, this type of stuff really gets to me because I'm on the right planet. Definitely on the right planet. Definitely right coordinates. And maybe I'm not on the right planet. This is strange. Let's recall the ship a second. The reason I say that... No, I am. 41 AB... 41 ABC 3D. No, I am on the right surface. But the G is different from what it says on EDSM, which is a bit strange. No, I'm on the right. I'm definitely on the right surface. The surface gravity is different. This is really strange. We're on the right place. We're at the right coordinates, although the surface gravity doesn't check with Elite Dangerous Star map. The surface gravity is different, but everything else is correct. That'll be Brian and his disco bus.
Turn left heading 302. Target
And I can't get on Frontier forums to check in the galactic mapping thing because it's on this moon's moon, but that's not what it says on here. It just says 3D. But thanks anyway. Oh, hang on. So it doesn't even have...
turn left heading 285. Distance to
So
target
it's on the
100
moon,
meters.
but there's nothing on the moon either. Is that what you're getting at? Is that what you're saying, Marshall? Why can't I select that? That's a bit weird. Ah, because I'm in the SRE.
Turn left heading 285. Distance to
Ah, right, okay. Thank you. Let's try it again then. Because all my coordinates are right, so I'll just input them again. Thanks, Marshall.
turn left
It's good job Marshall knows what he's doing.
turn left
Thank you.
target 500 meters.
The thing that was getting me is I normally now I double check things on the forums on the Galactic Mapping Project, but unfortunately the forums have a high user load at the moment, so I can't get on them. Three.
Turn left heading 255.
Board ship.
735 meters.
We're looking for some thermals, Bob.
Turn left heading 259. Distance to target 723 meters.
Oh, I lit up Brian's ship there.
Turn left heading 257.
Gear retracted.
Distance to target 730.
Apparently it's next door, Brian.
Turn left heading 256. Distance to target 730 meters.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut Edison up for the time being, just so I can Right, I'm going to double check, as long as it lets me look in the system map. I'm going to double check so it's smaller. Okay, so it's a good job I checked that. And then I can update the position when I get to it. So get away from the surface so we can fly around it. So basically Marshall was saying that the EDSM has it wrong, which is why I got a little bit lost there, because unfortunately the other tool I'm using and the other things I'm using to try and find interesting spots, they don't always have the exact coordinates in them or anything. It just says go there, it's a nice spot. It's a bit strange, but very much smaller thing. Has the lighting just changed because Brian flew over me? Okay, let me just update Edison. And why is it that whenever you enter the system, you always seem to be like over 1,000 kilometers? It never like kind of says congratulations. You're right on top of where you want to be, mate. Just a question. Doesn't anybody else think that's a bit strange?
Distance to target 870 kilometers.
Brian's blinding you.
Distance to target 816 kilometers.
Oh, I'm flying quite slow here, I just realised.
Target 667 kilometers. Distance to target 629 kilometers. Distance to target 602 kilometers.
Come on.
Target 544 kilometers. Distance to target 498 kilometers.
Oh, come on, it's still going down way too slow here. It's a bloody tiny planet. I can't wait for the Discovery updates. You'll just be able to fly around and target it. It'll be so much easier.
Target 411 kilometers. Distance to target 358 kilometers. Turn left heading 124. Distance to target 259 kilometers. Clear to descend.
Right, so I got 50.
Target 104 kilometers.
Oh, forget it. I'm going to miss it. Never mind. And I'm going to come in too fast. But I can do the old rolly aroundy woundy. As long as I don't come in on too much of an angly wangly. Ah, no, no, no. It's got me. There we go. There we go. We'll be alright. There we go. That'll do. I did it. Alright, so we need to be on a turn of 10. Getting the 10 first. And then we're what? 6 kilometers out? It worked. There they are. This will be fun, finding somewhere to park around here, like. They're slightly active. Just wondering if maybe I can park down on this ridge here. Might not be a bad spot. Planet brakes on.
Landing gear deployed.
Right heading 034. Distance to target 1 kilometer.
When you know we can do this, we can get down on this. Yeah, there's some landable spots here for sure. There we go. Did we overshoot it? No. But on okay, we're on okay alignment now.
Target 1 kilometer.
Okay, the entry wasn't very good, but that was not a bad touchdown. Thanks for your patience. We're not, it's just a stop off. I don't know whether you know, Malcolm, I'm doing like a big expedition. So it's not that we're particularly looking for anything in particular. Whoa, this is a big wall. Just in comes Brian. I can just hear his engines coming in now. And they're slightly active, of course. I don't know how Americans play this game, because it seems that every time I come somewhere it's always on the dark side. Oops. You can land right on top of that ridge, Brian. Well, I didn't think that was funny. Okay, right. Let's have a look. There should be plenty of stuff around here to harvest up. It'll be a little bit bouncy, but we'll be alright. I better put 1 pip to systems actually. I really don't drive this thing very well at all. I was going to say, even if I get that free, I have no idea where this thing's going to land. Oh, okay, that's good. I did, Bob. Everything's safe. Or at least we'll find out in 7 minutes. Jeez Louise, this is... I'll have to be... so... Turn to... Vanadium. Can always do a bit more vanadium. Remember when we went over some ice ones and they were shooting us into the sky? That was a good stream. Can't remember how many miles up I went. I'll have to try and find one of them again. Were you in that stream, Brian, where we were letting the ice geysers blast us up into the sky?
Yeah, sorry.
Sulfur. Oh, I'm full of sulfur, unfortunately.
You're all the way down there.
Yeah, this is where they are, but that was the best place for parking because it's too rocky down here.
You can't see where I am.
Oh, I'll have a look, hang on. Phosphorus, that'll do. Right, where is he? In fact... Oh, Vega, I can see your headlights. Oh, actually, that's pretty cool. When you change direction, I saw the cone of your light changing direction as well.
How am I meant to get this one up here?
Bit of ingenuity. Oh crap, how do you shoot that through the ground? Oh, sorry, I'll shut Edison up, people, because I know it's actually louder for you, I think, than it is for me. Close all windows. Don't know what you're on about. Good driver I am. Come on. No, I'm not a good aim. Okay, there we go. Wow, this is getting ridiculous. We shot this one from all angles and
I can't
it's
remember how I got up here.
Boost?
No, I drove up.
Why isn't this one? Oh, this one was a stupid situation. There we go.
I'm sliding down the mountain.
I was aware I was shooting the rock there. I was just testing a theory. Just so you all know. Right, really doesn't like hitting the target, does it? come on. There we go. That worked a little bit. Unfortunately, it was for chromium, which you don't need. Oops, easy. Chromium. Is it me or is it getting light? Is it me or is it getting lighter here? Zinc? Yeah, we definitely need zinc.
I've not noticed anything.
I want that zinc. Come back. Told you I was got good driving me. Oh crap, I pressed the wrong button. Oops. Over the rocks we go. That one not come loose. More chromium. Oh, we're going sideways. Whoop. Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Right, okay people, I'm going to call it a night for the stream now, because it's just a little bit over what I'd like to be, but it's not terrible, certainly not terrible in this situation. And we have actually got a few people viewing, so it's a shame I'm going to drop out this early. What I'll try and do is I'll try and promise on Sunday, I'm probably going to do a 12-hour stream, so should be, if I can do it, we'll see. And I might even do a little tiny bit longer, so it should be quite a long one. So I'm sorry for anybody who's just tuned in or anything like that, but I try and keep the streams down to around 3 hours, and then you can't do anything when all you can hear is these blooming things going on around you. So, but I am once I know what it's all right, no problem. Once I know what my work schedule is for the next few weeks, I'll probably stick an hour onto the stream, so we'll be back to around 4-hour streams. I don't think I'll be doing anything as long as 5 hours again in the future. But again, if you like that stream, please press the like button, press the subscribe button if you really enjoyed it. Keep tuning in, because this thing's just going to go on and on and on. And as I said before, I am trying to filter through the original choices just so that I'm hitting really good spots. So, you know, I don't want to bore people by jumping into systems. So I am going to try and do a little bit of planning ahead more as well. But please do keep tuned in for this journey, because I think it could. There's sometimes it's going to be really, really interesting. Remember, you've only got 2, Brian. So, I'll stop waffling on and I'll say good night to everybody, and I really want to thank you all for joining in, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay? 9-7.